right, gals and guys, it's Chris Mosier from MyMediaHelper.com. And this time out, what we're doing is we're going to back up our WordPress database just in case something happens with our website. It's always a good idea, no matter what change you make on your website, to make a backup just in case something happens, and you can go back to the last backup that you did, especially if your site's like 4 or 5 years old and you have a ton of articles on there and you've never thought about backing it up. Oh my God, something happens and it's gone. And that's it. You don't get it back. You cry, and you don't want to see a grown man cry. So we're going to back up the database, and then we're going to restore it. So, so with WordPress, there's always plugins. I mean, there's practically plugins for everything for WordPress. I'm going to show you how to do it with a plugin, then I'm going to show you how to do it on the back end, and then let's go to plugins as soon as I can find it. Here's go to plugins. We'll go to add new. And I'm just going to put in, you can see right up here, I was looking for plugin database. So we're just going to put WP database backup. And I'll do a search for that one. And we're going to go to this one here, this UpdraftPlus WordPress backup plugin. Let's install now. And let's just wait until it's done. I mean, when you do articles, you do videos, you should archive those anyways. You can put them in a cloud. I mean, this is not what this tutorial is about. You can put them in a cloud, save them on your hard drives. Always have redundancy. Redundancy, if you don't know what redundancy is just have more than one copy. Always have a backup plan, especially when you're, all right, I'll press here to start here, especially when you got important information. So first backup, let's go next. And let's choose a schedule that you want your backups. So you can do what, every 2 hours. That's kind of overkill. So I mean, it depends. I would do either weekly or monthly, depending. I mean, it's going to be very, very rare that something happens to your database, but there's always going to be that certain time it's going to happen. It's happened to me. And where something happens, maybe your service, something screws up on your services end. Something screws up when you're doing something. Maybe you went into FTP and you didn't exactly know what you're doing, and you screwed up something there. So I don't know. There's different scenarios. So I would either do weekly or monthly, and then there's remote storage. I would just do. I mean, I got on Amazon. I mean, it really matters. It's totally up to you. If you don't know what this stuff is, I would just go with email. Databases aren't that. I mean, it really depends on the database too, but they aren't that file intensive. No, they'll try to sell you some services. You don't really need them. I'm just going to keep stuff the way it is. I'm going to save my changes. And I'll go next. Control your backups in one place. All right, so I'm going to finish. All right, and there's always I mean, they got to make their money, so there's always a free version. There's always a premium version. All right, so let's go do a backup. We configured our settings here, and I'm going to go to backup and storage. I'm going to back up now. So let's do backup now. Include your database in the backup. Include your files in the backup. I'm not including my files. It's going to take it's going to take a really super long time, especially if you have a big site. Send this back up to remote storage. Nope. And I'm going to back up now. And we'll go this real time if we can. There we go. Download to your computer. All right, there we go. All right, guys and gals, so there's your backup. And now we're going to do this on the back end. It's a back end. Sounds naughty. All right, so my service is, geez, what the hell is my service? Got a total brain fart. All right, so host monster login, your login, obviously, to whatever your service is. All right, let's put in your login information, telling you things you already know. And spin. I'm going to go cPanel. So go to cPanel. We're going to go to Files. Let's see, data. We're actually going to go to Databases. And let's see, my phpMyAdmin. So click on that. And this will direct you in a moment. All right. All right, perfect. This is exactly where I want to be. And here we are. Here's the 9 million gazillion databases that I have. So we want to go to my media helper. There's Fanfill Follies. That's my Crown Kayak. Get rid of my lovely face. And this should be my media helper. Should be the first one here. It's the first one I ever created. And just for the sake of doing it. So I'm going to click on this baby. Oop, come on now. I don't want to do all that silly stuff. All right, so I want to go to export. All right, and I'm going to do my SQL. Okay, it's going to export tables from, and then I'm going to hit go. All right, and I want to show you what your database looks like. So let's open this up in Notepad. So this is what your database looks like. And for instance, and to you it probably looks like a bunch of goobity gook, but if you look at it close enough, you'll realize what it is. Here's some articles. So that's where the articles are sitting in there in the database. And again, if you look through it, it's interesting. You can kind of figure it out if you kind of put your mind to it. But that's what your database looks like in SQL. And then if you just want to, something happens, you just want to get that back, you want to hit import. And you're going to choose a file. You're going to choose this file, or whatever file that you want the database to go in. And then you're just going to hit go, which I'm not going to do. And then you upload that database. And it's back. It's back the way it was. Something happens. Again, I would do that once a week, once a month. I did want to show you one other thing, and so this is what I'm talking about. Is here if you go, this is your anyways my host monster panel. Anyways, yours might look a little different. I got to go to one of my sites. It's my main site, my media helper website. Just going to go manage sites. I'm going to hit backups here. So you're going to see here that I don't have it on here. I have it on my Fanfill Folly site just because it's been around for 10 years. There's a lot of articles on there. I don't do it on here. I'll just do a backup on here. But you can add a service to your host where they'll just back it up for you. It's really easy. It's not like it used to be. You really had to keep on it to back up your database. The words are, I mean, if you get anything out of this at all, it's just redundancy. I mean, always back it. I'm not just talking about your website databases, anything. I write a lot, and I've lost shit because I haven't saved it. I didn't have it auto-saved, and if you're a writer, if you've ever written something, it never comes out the second time as it did the first time, so that's just all gone. So redundancy, backup. Have it in 2 or 3 different places. Have it in your cloud, have it on your desktop, have it on your host site. if anything ever happens, and it will, and it can. You won't be lost. You can get it back lickety split instead of crying. Don't like to cry. I really don't. Sometimes I need a good cry, but not over my website. All right, gals and guys, I'm just mumbling now, babbling. That's what I do. It's my thing. I hope that you got something out of this, and I would hope if you would please subscribe, share, or like below. I would appreciate you to help the channel. We're still growing, hopefully growing bigger in 2021. And I will catch you later.